Good evening, Stampers. How are you tonight? It is Wednesday, April the 21st. And I am Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario. And we are going to make this super cute, super easy Fantifold card. So just give me 1 second. I'm just going to get my iPad set up. Hopefully you guys are doing well. And there, all right. I'm just calling it up. I'm just getting, if you're watching me, please leave a comment so that I know my iPad is working and I can follow along. Yeah, so how shocked were you guys waking up to snow this morning? Hi, Linda, how are you? Did you like the snow this morning? At least it's gone, but it is still very frigid out there. So I told a little bit of not quite the truth last week. Last week I said that we were going to play with items from the new catalog. We're not. I apologize. It is beautiful, and hopefully you guys have a copy of it and you're making your wish list. Next week we will actually stamp with it, but today I will show you some of the items from it. I'm going to show you the new ink colors, but we are going to still celebrate the retiring list, because I came across the Good Morning Magnolia. I was getting ready for my my retirement sale, my BOGO sale, and I'm like, oh, I haven't stamped with this set in so long. Look at how gorgeous this is, and it's beautiful. You got big focal points, smaller focal points, and lots of sentiments, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful stamp set. It does have a coordinating die that goes with it as well. It's kind of a mess here, but it's there's dies that go with it, and it is beautiful. So I wanted to play with it one more time before it goes away. So we are going to make a version of this card tonight, but before we do, I am going to show you the new ink colors. The new ink colors, so if you're new to Stampin' Up!, every time we have a new annual catalog, we get 5 new colors, and these colors stay with us for 2 years, and they're called ink colors. So this year's ink colors, let me tell you, I am in love. Love, love, love. Look at these colors. Aren't they? Like, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, we really don't need more greens. Although I've been wanting a really deep, dark green for a long time. But these colors, let me tell you, they just make me so happy. So this is the Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia. I'm learning all the names still. Pale Papaya, Evening Evergreen, and Soft Succulent. And each of these colors come with blends. So we have our alcohol markers that go with them. And they all have this absolutely gorgeous shimmer ribbon. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? And it is so nice to tie. Like, it is just so smooth. Love it. So each of the colors, I won't tie both now, but each of the colors, we have ribbons. You can see that I've been playing with some of them already, and this one's already half gone. Oh, you can't see the green. And then we also have some beautiful jewels that, oh my goodness, my desk, that go with them. And look at these. Aren't these fun? Woohoo, love them. So in case you want to know what, how the colors compare, I'm going to do a little comparison really quick, because I know you guys don't really want to do too much about this, but some people. So these are all the different greens that Stampin' Up! Has that are currently active. So we have tons and tons of green. So when I was like, oh, do we really need more green? But look at how different these are. Isn't that beautiful? So these are the 2 new ones, and these are all the ones that we already have. And they're just, oh, I can't wait for Christmas to use this one. I think it's just beautiful. Okay, so those are all of our greens. Can you see those? Bunny ears for time bows is great. Yeah, for sure. I just didn't want to tie it here because then it'll kink. I'll kink my paper. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a quick comparison of some of the kind of oranges, peaches that we have with the papaya. Look at this. Don't those look gorgeous together? Okay, so it really complements what we have, but they're so unique as well. And then the purples, I love purple. I do a lot of cards in purples. So these are our existing purples. And then add the new one. Look at this. Oh, and this, love it. Can't wait to play with those two. Some beautiful flowers with that. Can't wait. Yay. All right. And last but not least, our pinks. So this polished pink, I didn't think I was going to like because it's really, really bright. But you know what? It's beautiful. And again, very cheery, very happy. And I think that's, you know, we all need a little bit of happiness right now. So really totally different, eh? Like I thought at first, oh, it's going to be very similar to the Magenta Madness. But look at how different they are. Neat, eh? It's got a little bit of kind of purple in it. All right, so those are the in colors. Next week we will play with a sweet from the new set, or from the new catalog. But this week we're going to stick with the retired. All right, so let's get started. So this card that we're using does use paper from the Peony set. So it is the Peony Garden. This is on sale right now. I think it's like $13.60 or something. It is while supplies last, so if you do want it, make sure you put in an order soon. But look at how gorgeous this is. So you can have it as backgrounds, you can have it as focal points, you can color and sponge it. And this is beautiful colored and sponged as well. And then you flip it over and you have all different gray, like it's all gray granite. But look at how gorgeous this is. Just very beautiful set. And this is retiring, so it is while supplies last. Okay, so we're going to be using that DSP in this card today. The other stuff that you need is you need a piece of gray granite. I'll put all the measurements below the post when we're done, so you don't have to worry about writing them down. But we need, this is just a piece of cardstock cut in half. So this is 11 by 4 1/4. And then we are going to need to score this a couple of times. So we're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, make sure you're using your scoring blade, not your cutting blade. And then we're going to score it also at 2 3/4. So it's kind of scored in half and then scored it in half again. Okay, and then when we fold it, we're going to fold the big one this way, and then we're going to fold this one back over the other way. So we're just making a fold like that. Very simple. We call it a Z fold because you can see it makes a Z or a Z, depending on where you're from. And that's it. Woohoo! All right. The other things that we need, and I've gone ahead and I've done some cutting already, is and this is the DSP. So I just used the Stitch So Sweetly dies, which are these ones. These are carrying over, so they are not retiring. So I used the 3rd largest die to cut out some of the gray DSP. And we're going to stamp around the DSP. So one thing people don't realize is that you can actually stamp on your designer series paper. I have another piece of gray granite, and this is the 2nd largest die. And I've cut that out, and the same size in basic white. Okay. And then all we need is DSP. So the DSP, this one that goes here, this is 5 1/4 by 4. This piece here, let me see if I can remember, is 2 1/2 by 4. Okay, and that's going to go on the front flap. That's going to go on the back flap. And then we just need some scrap paper for stamping. And that's all we need. Okay, this is a super, super easy card. So let's go ahead and put it together. So I'm just going to glue. I like to use the multi-purpose glue, especially when I'm on camera, because I can't get right over top of the paper because the camera's in the way. So the multi-purpose glue gives me a second to make sure I'm lined up, and I can move it if I'm not. Okay, so I do like to use it. The Seal and the Seal Plus is excellent adhesive, and I do use it when I'm not on camera because I can line it up. I can get my head over top and see where I'm putting my paper. All right, so we're just going to glue this down. Again, this card is super simple. I've done this fold before, but it's just really easy, really pretty. You could put another piece of DSP here as well. You would just cut it the same, 2.5 by 4, and stick it on the inside flap if you wanted. I didn't, but we could. Okay, and then we're not gonna put these down yet because we're gonna stamp. Okay, so I'm gonna do a Mother's Day card because Mother's Day is coming up. We have to start thinking about that. I'm going to actually do one for my aunt because, well, my mom has passed away, but I'm going to do one for my aunt. So I'm going to use the Happy Mother's Day, and then I'm going to just put a sentiment, thank you for always being there for me. So this Strong and Beautiful stamp is also retiring. I love it. There's so many, I have nieces, and this has been a really, really good stamp set for young ladies. So there's other ones in here, like this would be a beautiful one for Mother's Day as well. God made you my mother, love made you my friend. But I am going to just use the thank you for always being there. Okay, so let's get stamping. Yay! I hope you guys are doing well. Linda, have you had success with your starter kit? Not your starter kit, your wish list. Sorry, my brain is on starter kit right now because there's a massive, massive deal coming up on the starter kit. So I'm trying to think how I want this to look. Yeah, I think that. Okay. So, yeah, remind me to tell you about that deal on the starter kit. It's only here for a month. Okay, so I've inked up on the Gray Granite, and I'm just going to stamp it not quite in the middle, just a little bit above. Okay, and then we'll put this over to the side. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to stamp the flower. Now, I've already cut it out. So for the front one, we would just stamp on a piece of scrap, and then we cut it out with our die. So I've done that already just so you guys don't have to see me struggle and bring the embossing machine over. This is going to be our inside. So you do want to make sure, not like me, that your sentiment is on straight. So typically I will line the sentiment up on the grid paper, just like that, and then bring this down. There, that'll be straighter. So I'm just going to stamp the sentiment right in the middle, and then I'm going to do 2 of the peonies, or the magnolias, sorry. I got peonies in my head because of, oh, that one I should have done up a little bit higher so we could have seen the leaves. But that's okay. All right, so that's all we need to do for stamping. Hey Sandy, how are you? You keep adding to the list, so it's not doing so well. Well, you know what, Linda, you may want to listen to the special that Stampin' Up has. So let me, I can't, I'm so tired right now, I can't multitask. So I did want to keep these very two-toned, so I don't want to add a lot of color, but I am going to take my petal pink, and I'm going to start off with my light, and I'm just going to add a little splash of color to the flowers. Not a lot, just a little. And you can always add more if you end up wanting more. I do want just a tiny bit. I might add a little bit of the darker petal pink just around where Stampin' Up! Shows us that we have a little bit of shadow. And I'm just going to blend it. So I'm taking the bullet part here of the blend, and I'm just kind of bringing it around in circles. I'm just pulling the ink out a little bit, and it just makes it so that we don't have a distinct color. We get more of a blend, which is why they're called blends, right? All right, so then I'm going to go back with the light. I'm going to do the same here. Okay, so the starter kit, starting May 4th, which is the day the new catalog goes live, Stampin' Up! Normally has, it's always the best deal in the catalog, and that's the starter kit. And typically what we would get is we'd pay $135, no shipping. Depending on your province, there's no tax. So in Ontario, there's no tax. Some of the provinces do have tax, but Ontario doesn't. And you would get to choose $165 worth of stuff for that $135. No shipping, no tax, and you get a free paper pumpkin. So to launch the new catalog, they have a super special deal on. It's exactly the same, except instead of $165 worth of product, oh, I got a blob here. You get 206. So you get to choose $206 worth of anything you want that Stampin' Up! Is offering for $135. No tax, no shipping. Like, it is the best deal in a long, long time. So if your wish list is getting up there and you're close to $100 in one order, then it's really a no-brainer to sign up, because for that $135 you get $206 worth of stuff, no tax, no shipping. And then if you do want to make place an order after that, then you get a 20% discount. You can't, it's like, you can't lose. You cannot lose. So if anyone is interested, do let me know and I can give you some more details. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to get back to stamping. What we're going to do is we're going to line this up. So I want this to be centered, but I want the white underneath to be lined up with the gray so that we don't see it. Okay, so you see how that's, I'll line it up a little bit better before I put adhesive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put adhesive just on this part. I got stuff on it. Where is that? I'm going to put adhesive just on this edge here. Okay, because you don't want adhesive over the whole thing. You just want to attach it to the one side. I'm going to center it from the top and the bottom and bring it in probably around the same distance to the edge. And then I'm just going to plunk it down and just hold it there for a second. What's your favorite, Linda, in the catalog? Do you have a favorite yet? My favorite keeps changing. I've been playing with the oh my goodness. What are those flowers called? Oh, okay, my brain just went. I've been playing with some of the trees and I've been playing with one of the flowers. So as a demonstrator, you get to order a little bit early. Okay, so I'm just lining it up so you can see that it's pretty much lined up. I haven't put it all the way down. Now I'm going to open this up and just make sure I'm straight. Before I press it down, I'm going to make sure I'm okay. So I do need to move it over. Again, this is a good reason why we use Tombow. I need to move it over a tiny, tiny bit. And a tiny, tiny bit this way. And we're good, see? So again, that's another reason that you want to use the liquid glue, so you have a couple of seconds to move it before it gets tacked down. And then we're going to just take this little peony bud here and our dimensionals, and we're just going to pop it up. All right. The pansy, that's it. And that was what I've been playing with. So I think that's what we're going to play with next week. I haven't quite decided. I'm playing between that one And what is it called? It's called The Beauty of Friendship. So we're either going to play with one or the other of that next week. If you guys joined me late, I did show all of the new ink colors at the beginning of the video. So you might want to go back and re-watch it. All right, so I'm just going to put on, these are just champagne rhinestones. Let me think, where do I want these? Do I want one right on the, I'm going to put one right on the flower. And then they do come in 3 different sizes. So I'm going to put a smaller one here and a smaller one here. All right. So what do you think? So this one here, it's this exact same card. One of them is using the Strong and Beautiful. So I did a Mother's Day card for my aunt because I love her. My mom unfortunately has passed, so, but I'll give one to my aunt. And then this one, I used the Good Morning Magnolia. Okay, so both of these sets are going away. So make sure you check out the last chance sale. There's some awesome, and this paper is also on it, and a really, really good deal. You love them both? Thank you. They're really simple to make. Beautiful cards. I like them. I'm going to make a bunch of these because I have some paper left and it's going away. I'm going to make a bunch of these to give to my friend whose niece works in a retirement home, so we can give them a little bit of love. So some people are new to Stampin' Up and they don't know that we have little kits. So this is one of the kits that is for sale right now, so it's going away. It's called the Gorgeous Posie Kit. It actually coincides with a stamp set, but you don't need the stamp set. You don't need it at all. But our kits they're just gorgeous. So what it does, how it comes with really, sorry, I've shoved all of this in here. It comes with really easy instructions, and then it comes with all the pieces that you need to make the cards. And in this kit, there's 16 different cards, or there's 16 cards that you can make, and there's 4 different designs. So here's the designs. Is it 4 designs or 5? Must be 4. So there's this one, and these ones. And they come with matching envelopes. So this is a great way if you don't have a lot of stuff at home, but you want to make some cards to send to friends. You have sentiments at home and ink at home. All you really need is the kit, your own sentiment, and some ink and some glue. And you're good to go. You can get 16 cards. It's a great deal right now. It's $25 while supplies last. All right, so this was a little bit salesy this time because it's like all these amazing things are going away, and you know, I don't want you to miss out on them. So I hope you enjoyed making this card. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I really hope. I mean, this week is ridiculous. We need snow boots, mitts, and sunscreen all in one week because the next day it's going up to 17. So we had snow, and then it's going to be 17 degrees. Crazy. Guess it's Canada. All right. I'm all talked out. So I hope you guys had a great evening. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And if you do want to find out about the deal, let me know. I can give you some more information. And if you do need a catalog, make sure that you contact me. And if you live in Canada, I'd be happy to send that to you. And that's it, I think, for tonight. Have an awesome, awesome week. Take care and be safe. Bye for now.